Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Crazy D's Equipment. So today we're going to talk about the A, has a really interesting backstory, and we're going to talk a little bit about the D. First, we're going to kind of talk about the AR a little bit. I'm going to try not to, here in the next few weeks, bury you with too many videos about the tractors we purchased on auction and stuff, but I thought this one had a really neat story, and I really like that D, but we got to do some work to it. But anyhow, I wanted to share the backstory on this tractor and fire it up and run it for you guys a little bit, and go from there. But anyways, so let's talk a little bit about the A's backstory. So this is a 1951 John Deere AR, which is basically just a Wheatland John Deere A. It's the wide front version, short low. I was told by one guy one time that the R and the AR stands for rice. I'm not 100% for sure about that, and I didn't have time to look it up and research before Daniel wanted to start filming this video. So, but if it does, that's pretty cool. If it doesn't, I didn't say it did. So, but this tractor was built, here in the States, Waterloo, Iowa, where all John Deeres are built. And then this one was shipped into Ottawa, Canada, where it spent its entire working life up in Ottawa. It's a Canadian tractor. It spent all its life up there farming. In the late 90s, the gentleman who restored it bought it from a gentleman in Canada. They had it shipped down there to Wellington, Kansas, and he restored this tractor. Apparently it did a lot of tillage work because they have extended the fenders over the tires instead of just like the clamshell ones. You can see the welds and stuff. I don't know if that hurts the value or not. I personally like little extra flares that farmers put on stuff, like the handle on the fender. I had a W9 one time that had extensions on the brakes and stuff so the kids could drive it and do the field work. He was too short to be able to drive it otherwise. I really like those extra little farmer flares. Sometimes you look at them and you go, what the blankety blank blank were you thinking? I don't understand why you did this to the tractor. But other times you're like, that's pretty damn ingenious. That was definitely a flaw and you have fixed it with your tinkering. It's it's just something I've always enjoyed about it. This tractor here, it runs really well, and let me show you. Electric start, that's always great on a John Deere. I'm still mastering this. Maybe I turned the fuel off. Doc, you want to check that?
You might have.
I think I probably did, knowing me.
Yeah.
I did turn the fuel off.
Get the key all the way on.
Oh, that's the other thing. I didn't turn the key on. I said I'm still mastering this. It's the wrong color. It should be orange and have just one 4-letter word on it, not. Yeah, anyways. I don't care how much you like internationals or case or something. The sound of a John Deere is unique, and it's something that no matter what you collect, it's something that you enjoy hearing at a show. They might not be your cup of tea, but it's kind of nice listening to an old John Deere pop. But anyways, guys, that's the John Deere AR. So let's talk about the D just a little bit. All right, guys. So this is a 1939 John Deere D. It's apparently was one of his very first restorations, because just from the look of the faded of the paint and stuff, you can tell that it was definitely one he's done quite some time ago. The bottom of the air breather is missing, but I have one in the building. I told Daniel that we could get it dug out and get it painted and put on, because I believe it's the wrong color for this tractor. I don't know, kind of partial to this tractor, kind of like it. I had to tell you, out of all of them that we dragged home, besides the Case D, this would be the other one that I would keep. And I think it is just listening to all the stories from my grandfather about them farming with a 28D. Now, there's been some debate now here recently in the family if it was actually a 28 or if it was a 30 or newer D, but it was an on-style D. And Grandpa always talked about how they used that tractor until it was so wore out that there wasn't a bolt hole on that tractor that wasn't an oval. That they had just totally wore the tractor out. Finally broke down, and in 50 ordered a John Deere A to replace the D. Now, the John Deere D I think it holds the record as one of the longest production tractors ever. They were built from 1923 to 1953, I believe is the exact years on that. There was a styled and an unstyled. This 39, I do believe, is the first year of the styled D. I also believe it's the first year of the electric start D. Now, I could be wrong on those two items. Don't hold me to them. But unfortunately, this one is not an electric start D, and I wish it was. It would make things a lot easier with it. I have not quite yet mastered throwing the flywheel and getting these things to start. Now, on this particular tractor, the tank, he let old fuel sit in there, but it wasn't the old fuel that turns to varnish. It's the new fuel that turns to a sludge. The ethanol-based fuel that turns to a sludge and not into varnish, so that it's easier to get cleaned out of the tank. I'm gonna have to pull the hood and have Doc pull the tank, and I've done it before where we just took the power washer and power washed the inside of the tank real good, and that has solved our problems in the past. There's other ways to do it, and I'm sure a bunch of you would tell me down in the comments that either that way I'm doing it is a terrible idea, or this is how you would do it if it was you, and that's fine. We will take all your comments gladly. Here, Doc, get a shot of how bad that is there at the bowl and stuff. So you guys can see that it is the fuel coming out of that is a black nastiness. The filter's filled up with the black nastiness. You were able to pull start this thing and it would fire up and it would run just fine. We tried to pull start it for the video. I wanted to have some shots of it running. We couldn't get it to start. Doc's just going to have to do his tinkering. So those are the troubles that we're having with this one. I'll be honest with you, I got a really good deal on the auction on this tractor, and I don't plan to give it away for free when we sell it, but I do plan to get it fixed up and go ahead and sell this one. I can't keep them. You know, even the Case D that we bought, I can't keep it. I got too much stuff as it is. I'm running out of storage space for my things. And the quicker I move these things and quicker I get them to somebody who is going to take care of them and put them away and stuff, the better, because unfortunately they're just going to have to sit out here on the lot. I think I talked to you guys about that in the last video. I really wish we could have got this one to start. Just the sound of this one running is I love that big old 2-cylinder just popping through that straight pipe. So, but anyways, guys, you know, that's the AR and the D. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for watching. There'll be more to come later on, and we'll just catch you later.